When you're the size of a six-story building, bounding around like an excited baby goat, people tend to get a little bit worried. But the Iron Giant is more friend than foe. Well, until he feels unsafe. Then he's fielding an armory to rival an entire battalion of your best troops. So let's delve into the lore of the Iron Giant. So the Iron Giant lives up to his name. He is a very big boy. Standing at 50 feet tall and around 20 feet broad at the shoulders, he's built like a linebacker. And we never know his weight due to his massive size and the unknown composition of materials that he's made from, so it'd just be a wild guess. Now he is humanoid in appearance, so whoever or whatever created him is most likely humanoid as well, and if you didn't know any better, he would look like he's from Earth's military forces with such a design. Now all of his weaponry is located within the Iron Giant himself, so he doesn't carry guns or weapons, but he can deploy multiple if he needs to, so when he comes across, he seems rather friendly, which is not a bad thing. And he is a pretty friendly guy if you treat him well. His height also gives him great vantage over the terrain around him, and his body doesn't have anything to get snagged or caught as he moves through the terrain, so as he moves through the forest, he can move through pretty easily, though he does crush a few as he's a big guy. And it's a nice sleek design and it looks at home on the battlefield, but he'd also fit into a nice palace at attention. He's a very smart looking robot indeed. Now the Iron Giant is very friendly, as I said before. He has the mental age of like an 8 to 12-year-old, being curious, happy, generally kind, and has a childlike approach to things, having a positive manner with little worry for danger and his own safety. This childlike way of thinking is quite the combination to have with such immense power that he possesses, and he doesn't seem to really understand his strength and power. He is not mean or evil, but he is a bit clumsy for sure, and I would hope that he stays away from densely populated areas, as he is likely to cause casualties if he goes running after a bouncy ball and destroys an entire street of cars and buildings being a little bit too excited. And the Iron Giant can build relationships with people. If you treat him with kindness and care, he will do the same, and he is rather protective of those who are close to him, and generally values life, and will rush to save those in danger. He is also capable of learning at a steady rate, so things like languages and how to act can be taught without too much effort. This means the Iron Giant could be co-opted by factions if they approach in a friendly and correct manner. Now the Iron Giant is very nimble for such a big machine. He's able to move with massive strides due to his size, and his speed isn't exactly known, but 100 miles per hour over most terrain is feasible, and when you combine this with the ability to jump, well, he can clear any obstacle in his path. He can also climb in case he fancies conquering Everest, and he can also fly. Yes, the Iron Giant has rockets located in the soles of his feet, and they are extremely powerful, showing that the Iron Giant is able to climb to high altitudes and even outrun military jets from the late 1950s. And these rockets can actually get the Iron Giant into the void of space and get him to other planetary bodies. So yes, the Iron Giant can go wherever he likes. And this insane mobility is combined with the fact that his body is pretty flexible, able to stand, crouch, lie down, and he has the same range of movement as any fit human being. So he's fast, nimble, and with a childlike want to run around like a lunatic. What could possibly go wrong, eh? And the strength of the Iron Giant is massive. He can tear apart structures made of brick and steel with ease, and is able to throw objects weighing tons like you would throw a ball. And we don't see the full extent of his strength, but it's obscenely strong. And it might be a case as he's as strong as he needs to be, so anything that isn't the size of a mountain could basically be torn from the ground and thrown or smashed to pieces. Kind of like the Hulk, he's as strong as he needs to be. He is obscenely strong. Now when threatened, the Iron Giant has an automatic self-defense mode hardwired into him, but over time he does learn to control this. When triggered, his eyes narrow and turn red, at which point his war mode is activated. He then deploys his full arsenal of weapons, and there's a fair few. So the Iron Giant is equipped with 6 different kinds of armaments, far superior to any human weapons. The armaments themselves use an unknown type of green energy, enabling virtually limitless ammunition. The weapons themselves do not have official names, but from what I've found, this is what they are known as. First is the arm cannon. The giant's arm retracts to reveal a massive cannon similar to a tank's gun on his right arm. The weapon itself fires a blast of green energy that explodes on contact with the target. Second is the laser vision. Similar to Superman's heat vision, the giant can emit powerful laser beams out of his eyes that effectively burn straight through metal surfaces. Third is the tri-scorpion cannons. 3 scorpion tail-like cannons come out of the giant's back. The tails appear to target enemies with a spotlight before firing. Although the weapons use spotlights, they appear to not be heavily accurate and are more designed to maximise destruction. Fourth is the energy claw. The giant's arm retracts to reveal another cannon with a claw mounted at the end of his left arm. The claw fires a siphon of green energy that appears to levitate and then vaporize a target on contact. Number 5 is the spark spinner gun, a rotating disc atop the arm cannon that, when the top spins and is repeatedly contacted by two extendable spider-like mechanical needles, fires small sparks at multiple targets. These sparks impact and are implied to destroy the vehicle it hits. It was used on several M41 Walker Bulldog tanks, all of which had a cloud of smoke after impact around them. So obviously it's capable of penetrating armor, which is pretty impressive. And number 6 is the energy cannon. In the center of the giant's chest, he can charge a big green plasma ball to fire at a large target. The destructive power of it is unknown, as it failed to hit its targets, a battleship. However, it can be assumed that it would have at least vaporized its target, or even the group of battleships threatening the giant. As the blast appeared to be several kilometers in diameter, the weapon itself is assumed to be more powerful than most weapons the giant has, and it might be more powerful than nuclear weapons of the time, so that is a massively devastating weapon. So yes, the Iron Giant has 6 very, very powerful weapons, and then he can also use his fist to batter things in, and he can just destroy stuff with his weight and size anyway. So yeah, he's pretty damn lethal. Now, he may be called the Iron Giant, but he isn't actually made of iron. The composition is an unknown, highly durable, almost indestructible metal that is able to take huge amounts of firepower, and even a direct hit from a Polaris nuclear missile, which at the time carried a 1 megaton warhead. Now, when such heavy damage is incurred, the armour and the Iron Giant is able to survive this, but it does this by its parts, from whole limbs to individual bolts being blown apart, but not destroyed. So this seems to be by design, so each individual piece is about as strong as anything can get in the universe, and if you do blast the Iron Giant apart, well, he has a unique failsafe to get himself repaired. So whenever the Iron Giant is smashed to pieces, the antenna on his head sends out a homing beacon to the scattered parts. They're automatically repairing himself by all his pieces rolling, crawling, and just trying to move back to him. There appears to be no known limit on the beacon's range, and it is detected as far away as Iceland to the United States as seen in the film. And the potential range is unlimited on a planetary scale, as I don't see a bolt travelling into the void unless it can hitch a ride on the UFO. And to take out the Iron Giant, you would need some kind of highly advanced energy weapon that is capable of vaporizing this almost indestructible metal into molten slag. Now, there is one thing to mention: there is a big downside to his invulnerability. The Iron Giant does feel pain to a degree. So yes, he can survive pretty much anything, even a nuclear blast directly to him, but it's a painful experience. A little bit like Wolverine from the X-Men. He can endure and keep on going, but he's going to suffer through the experiences. And bear in mind, the Iron Giant has a mental age of like an 8 to 12-year-old in the film, so yeah, it's quite brutal on him, bless him. So he's a big guy, but he has feelings. Now, the power source for the Iron Giant is unknown, but something interesting is how he fuels himself and his abilities. Matter ingestion. The Iron Giant regularly consumes metallic objects as a form of sustenance. When hungry, his stomach groans, similar to an organic life form, so this eating of metal is to fuel him. And it makes me think that his metal is actually maybe a living metal that constantly needs new metallic sources to stay healthy. And this metal could also be used as fuel by the advanced power source that's contained within, but the rumble of his stomach means something is happening inside, some kind of reaction or some kind of machinery, but we don't actually know. The only people who does know is the Iron Giant's creator, whoever that may be. Now, we do get a small glimpse into his origins through a unique dream projection, as the Iron Giant is able to subconsciously broadcast his dreams and memories on electrical devices, shown when his memories of the deer and a war on an alien world are broadcast on a television. And this dream shows many Iron Giants fighting a war on a planet that is ultimately destroyed. And maybe that's how he came to Earth, or did he travel here himself? Was he sent to destroy us but had some kind of amnesiac episode on the way? Or is he fleeing his master? We don't actually know, and we probably never will. And this dream projection actually makes me think, is this an ability? So the Iron Giants, when they're invading a planet, are able to access all the electrical devices and say, stay in the building, stay out of the way, or surrender. It does seem like it's something that a war machine would have access to. So yeah, it's very interesting. And that scene, I believe, is only in it's a deleted scene, or it's in the director's kind of edition of the film as well. If you have seen the film and go, I don't remember that dream sequence, yeah, it is a deleted scene, I do believe. So that is the Iron Giant, a very interesting robot or machine, whichever you want to decide you want to call it. And it's a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, it may seem like a child's animated film. It's actually really good. I'd recommend it. Just go and watch it and, come and tell me what you think. But I think 99% of people will enjoy the movie. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of an interesting one, something a little bit different. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, have a beautiful evening.